We have news on the accused Stockton serial killer. He was back in court today. There he is. The judge giving the okay for prosecutors to ask for documents looking into Wesley Brownlee's educational history from when he was a teenager. CBS 13's Madison Keevy's getting answers on this story tonight into when and if Brownlee could admit to more killings. Madison?
Yeah, we're getting answers on all of this, but first I want you to imagine that you come through the doors of the courthouse and on the other side you're sitting in the room with the man that prosecutors accuse of killing someone you love. It was a reality today for some of those victims' families, including the only known survivor of the accused Stockton serial killer, and they hope with enough trips through this door that they might just get justice.
It was very surreal in the whole situation.
Mervyn Harmon's nephew, Dre, talked to me over the phone about his uncle. The father of three was identified as the second victim of accused Stockton serial killer Wesley Brownlee, shot and killed in Oakland in 2021.
That my uncle was one of the victims, where it literally was like a sword through your heart or something.
It took more than a year for Harmon's family to find the person prosecutors say is responsible. Then they learned Harmon was one of 8 victims, 7 of those murdered by an accused serial killer, prosecutors say.
So I was following these cases when you were doing this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was literally sharing it, like, because it was like, you never hear in this day and age a serial killer in California, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's so surreal, you know, and unheard of, especially in the technology age that we're in.
Investigators linked Harmon's murder to Brownlee, they say, without his help. So I asked a forensic psychologist, is it likely Brownlee will start talking now?
It may just be strategic, I think is what I'm trying to say. And the idea that, you know, I'm not going to give you all of the information that you need. Why should I? I'll make you work for it.
In his latest court appearance, a judge okayed the prosecution's request to subpoena Brownlee's educational history back to when he was 13, from 1992 to 1999. I asked Dr. Robert Shug, could there be signs from Brownlee's youth before the alleged killings?
The factors that we look for in multiple killings start rather early on. Often, not always, but often. And so if we see early educational problems, you know, interpersonal problems, and then when we get into the adolescent years, maybe those become intensified. These
victims and one survivor now linked through charges to Brownlee. Harmon's nephew said he knows in the courts it'll take time, but that justice would be a life behind bars.
I'm not going to be at peace until I get answers.
Now, I talked to that survivor today, Natasha Latour, and she said she plans to come through these doors for every single hearing, long or short, and be the voice for the voiceless in this. And of course, this is just about patient. Experts say we have to have patience as the public while prosecutors work through and present a case to the court that's legal.